what stops you from? I know if you're on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Or Instagram, whatever.
Yeah. I don't have Twitter on my phone.
That's the addiction. That's good. That's smart.
It's a addiction that I try to do where you have you've always had a flip phone and that kind of stuff, and I've always kind of gone through that trying. I could never commit it as much. I mean, dude, I bought BlackBerry, the new BlackBerry phone. Like,
did you get off it?
Well, no, not now. I don't have it, but it's like I try it, and then I get nervous with. You always end up having something that you're like, well, I got this meeting and I got an email or something, and so you try to want to get it off, and then. But I love that you didn't have that. I remember when we were walking around, I forget some festival, and it was like, how do we get there? And you don't have a GPS. You go, I don't know, and you're like, oh God, dude, I gotta. And then, but it's like that's
not always great. I gotta go back to it. But it
kind of is. Like that's, getting lost is where you're gonna maybe come up with something. And I mean, it's the thing that I've loved.
All the negatives end up actually kind of being a positive. Forget that the negatives are worth the positive. I mean, the negative itself is, hey, I have to ask someone in this town for directions. I'm now gonna have to talk to a stranger and see how they talk here.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, and. The one thing I've liked about the Apple Watch is I will, because the Apple Watch, it's got cellular, and you can see an email, you can get a phone call, so like the fears in your head of like, something's going to happen, you can do it. You can't look at your watch. You're not going to flip around on your watch. I mean, I guess there's GPS on your watch, and so you could do that.
That's nice.
But it's nice, but you can just walk around with a watch and then you don't have your phone because you're just trying not to it's like go sit in a restaurant and be bored. Go sit there and watch the TV like everybody else and go,
The advice I got when I moved to New York, I was like, how am I going to make friends? And some guy who used to live there performed, but it was in a different time. He goes, just go to a bar, order a beer, drink it slowly, at your normal speed, and then order another beer. And then at some point in that second beer, you're just going to be talking to someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just how it works. But I think that's changed now that everyone just goes like this and just like buys time like this. Instead of like being bored is actually like it's a minute or two of unpleasant and then it's like super pleasant because you're like, where are you guys from?
Yeah. 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 Go do that. Go, Soder was, Dan Soder always talked. I used to always make fun of him because he'll talk to a wall. I mean, like I'd be going to meet him at a bar like after a show. And I walk in and I'm like, hey man, you just want to talk about your night. Cause we'd all, so in comedy, we'd all go do our spots all over this town. And then at the end of the night, we'd all like, a lot of times try to meet up and be like, how was all your shows and stuff? And I mean, every time, dude, I'd walk in, I'd be like, dude, tonight was crazy. And he's like, here's this guy's name's Greg. I've been talking to him the whole time. And you're like, oh, great. Now me, Dan, and Greg have to talk. Because Soder can't just quietly sit there and wait till I get there.
Can you pretend like this is your first cigarette like everybody else?
Yeah.
And smoke like 10 while you're waiting?
Just like, oh, God, I got to talk to this guy now. I got to meet him.
It's bad. Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Who are you? Oh, you don't know who he is either? Oh, cool.
Oh, great. Perfect. Yeah.
So I can't catch up with my buddy?
Yeah.
So here's my question. I know you have it, but like what stops you from wanting to spout out fucking serious shit on social media?
Well, I mean,
views.
I mean, I've probably said the most I've ever said just today, but I don't think it's my place to do it. I don't think I'm not, I mean, I honestly am barely high school educated. I didn't, I went to college for, I don't have a credit. I went to college for a year and a half and I didn't get one credit. School was not my thing. Yeah, dude, I am actually working on this on a joke where I'm like, I don't use big words ever. And I don't know big words. I was not around anybody ever using big words. I mean, people that went to college and professors, they use all these words. I feel like you just learn words and classes. I mean, I was just like a guy that was like, I was going through school. Like, it was like, you're just like, yeah, you got to do this because that's what you're doing right now. And then you can go live your life. It's like, I'm just doing what everybody was supposed to do. I was never making these crazy grades. all the jobs I've had, I work construction. No one's using these giant words in a construction site. Like I just never was around all this kind of stuff. And so I don't I just, I talk very, but I think I'm very
that's Hemingway. That's what
street
Hemingway
smart.
did.
Like I know I'm very, there's other ways. And so I think with, it is hard. Sometimes you would want to say stuff about politicals, but it's not my responsibility to do this. We got away from, remember everybody got mad at Charles Barkley being like, I'm not a role model, and everybody hated him for that. And now,
I think it's great.
We should still live by that. Everybody should
get
be
it
like,
now.
I'm
I
not
was
a
a
role
kid
model.
back then. I didn't get it, but I get it now. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm great at rebounding, and you want me to lead your kid?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I like to get drunk.
Yeah.
What? I don't care about your fucking kid. Why should I?
Yeah.